Good morning. Let me know that you're here, please. We are going to do some upper body pulls. And I'm not going to lie, if you were just with Ashley, so was I kind of wanted to just stay there and stretch. So I don't feel bad if any of you stayed there and stretch. You can do this a little bit later. No worries at all. Okay, so I'm just going to find us. Hey guys, so I would suggest at some point later, because we're going to be working on the back a lot. And then when we do core, we're going to be working on that neck a lot. Excuse me. That maybe you go back and revisit Ashley's stretching of the back line a little bit later today. Okay, so we are doing some pulls. You need a band and some dumbbells. Okay. If you've got that all ready and set up, I've got my band hooked over something slightly higher than me. So if you have a banister, you're going to go onto our knees, hook it over there. Or if you have your door anchor and you want to stand, you can do that. Or you can go a little bit lower, but I'm going to spend most of my time down here. Okay. So we're going to start off with some rotation of the shoulders, which you're going to get a little bit later today as well. There's going to be kind of a theme. We're going to work with some rotation of the shoulders and stretching the back a little bit before we get pulling, okay? Because we're going to introduce a new exercise, a face pull. And in order to do that, you need rotation. So on your back, relax. Settle into that position a little tiny bit, and then bring your elbows out to your side. A little reminder again, if you're watching me on the screen, I want you to be sideways always so that you can turn your head and not have to lift and look at the screen over there, please. Okay? Just because we're going to work on the neck today and being able to do that, but if you do it quickly without preparing, you can get yourself into trouble. Okay? So you're going to come up like a cowboy. I want your elbows out straight from your body, so not at that 45, straight out here. Okay, and then I want you to try to drop down. Okay, and I know that some of us have been working on this. I'm going to redo that Monday's golf video that worked on this because, and even this morning I tried to redo it and it died. So if for some reason this video dies, I should tell you because something's been going on with Facebook this morning live. If it dies, I want you to go back to Tuesday's pull workout, please. Okay. Okay, so we're just hanging out there. Hopefully you can get your arms right down. And it's not difficult. If you can't, you really need to tune in to the golfing one or send me a message and I'll make sure you get that video. Because the first one is all about this. Okay, and then slowly retract those shoulders against the floor. So bring those shoulder blades downward. Okay, so you're getting a little more pull. Let's come up there. Make sure your neck is relaxed about that. Perfect. Come out of that. We're going to stretch your lats because we're going to need those. So these guys up the side. So arms up. Those of you that can go overhead, drop it down, 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 down. Do not arch your back. Put something there if you can't hit the ground. If you don't have a torn shoulder, you should be able to hit the ground. If you can't, let me know. We got to work on that. Okay, hit the ground, back doesn't arch, feel comfortable, stretch yourself out really long. Oh, like you're just waking up in the morning. Those muscles you're feeling in your back are your lats. Okay, perfect. Bring yourself up. Place yourself in front of your band, please. If your knees hurt, you can stay on your bum, or you can put something under your knees. You got to pull your whole mattress off the floor. Lump it down there. No excuses anymore for not being on your knees. Okay. I'm going to hook my band up here. You want your band to be about face height because you're going to do a face pull. So what we're working is the back of the shoulders, that whole upper area there. Okay, so hopefully that doesn't come flying off for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here and I'm going to come up, 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 up. If I can't come up all the way to my body, I need to come a little closer or give myself more band. Okay, so I want to come from here up, right to there. See that rotation? And I want that to be around my nose, eyes level, right in here, in the face. Henceforth, the face pull. Okay, so I'm coming from here, right to there. Here, right to there. Squeeze those shoulder blades, okay? So just practice that even without the band a few times if you have to. Come from here, right to there. Okay, how high you get your shoulders up is up to you, but I would like to see the elbow lined up with the shoulder. Okay, so that's your feeling. You really got to concentrate on not allowing the neck to do all the work, to allow the back of those shoulders to do all the work. Okay, perfect. That's going to be your first exercise. So now you know how to do that. And the exercise we're going to go into next, you're going to, I'm coming a little lower here. Okay, you're going to do some quadruped, which means down here, lat rows. Whoopsie, whoopsie. So this hand is going to hold this side of the band here. This hand is going to pull through. Okay, so pull through. I would love if you can go all the way out there, pull through. Reach it out, pull through. I know that you've lost resistance there. That's so fine. That's okay. Other side, same thing. Pull through. Okay, so when you pull through, you are feeling, hopefully, your lats. So you might have to fiddle around with your band a little tiny bit today. I have it set up pretty good, but you do your best. Okay, so crank up your music. We're going to do 10 of each of these, so go when you are ready. Rotate. Don't arch that back. Keep that core tight. Try to get your hands behind. I'm working on it. Okay. Try to get your hands to go farther back than your elbows. It's easy to drop those elbows. Watch that. Caught myself doing it myself. Okay, once you've got about 10 of those, shimmy your band down if you can. Okay, both hands on the ground. Come far enough away that you got some good resistance right off the bat. Come up, come through. You have to be able to get to there. If you can't, come closer. Keep that back nice and solid and straight. Perfect. Go to the other side. So if you were doing this on a cable machine, you would definitely make sure that you get that frontward extension all the way out there. Perfect. Come back up. Shimmy your band up if you can. You might have to get creative. So up. Perfect. Okay, whenever you're ready. Perfect. Well done. We're going to move on for now. I'm going to go back to that a little later if you choose to. Okay. So I'm going to sit. I want that band higher than me. And hook it right up there. This bike is coming in handy. Okay. So if you're standing, you want that hooked up near the top of your door. I don't want for much. Well, neither do I. My phone is talking to me. It says it doesn't want for much. Okay. You could do these sitting on a ball too. So if your band is really high, you can sit on a ball and lean yourself back into that ball. Okay. So you want to lean yourself back. The purpose of leaning back is, well, you get a little core, but you get the nice angle that when you pull down, you really work those lat muscles again. Okay. So again, if you're ever in the gym and you see they have the bar across the top and they're leaning back and pulling down, that's the motion we're going for. Okay. So you could sit like this if you wanted to, if you choose to, or you can bring your feet up. Okay. Whatever works for you, but that's the angle you're looking at. Okay. Anywhere between there and 45 degrees. And you're going to pull right down. Okay. To that 45. Just like that. Okay. So we'll do those. And we're going to do the sets, have a little rest, do the set again. Keep that posture nice and tall. Keep that core activated and that spine is absolutely straight, please. You're not flexed, you're not extended. Okay, perfect. Give that a rest. If you're sitting like I am, I want you just to sit nice and tall, bring those legs out, and give yourself a little tiny bit of a stretch. Then we're going to stick with the band today, just band. Okay, bring your feet up or recross your legs, whatever you need, and pull. Remember, it's not my arms that initiate the movement. It's that squeeze of the shoulder that starts before. So if you need to slow it down, start to squeeze the shoulder, arms start to move, then you can assist with your arms and pull and get a good contraction, okay? It's not pull and then afterthought is the squeeze. It's squeeze comes first. Once you do that, you're actually using your back muscles properly. Okay, so you guys should probably do about 10. I took that little pause while I talked. You're going to stretch out again. If you don't want to come onto the ground and you're on a ball, I just want you to sit tall on the ball and reach your legs out at an angle. Okay, and sit really tall. Get a little bit of those hamstrings into the glute, into the lower back mobility, please. Okay, so we're ready to go. Double up your band if you have to. Come get a second band if you need to from me. I also have a bunch of Dollarama bands that are a little bit lighter if you're really needing any of those. They're a little bit shorter, especially if you're doing any of the golfing kind of mobility therapy type stuff. You might need something a little looser. Okay, stretch it out one more time. We're going to do one more of those. Then we're going to do some reverse flies. And then we're going to go back and do another set of the first two. So the reason I broke that up is that first exercise specifically, this one can get a little bit taxing. So if you break it up a little bit, you probably get farther. Otherwise, if you push it too much with the rotation of the shoulder, we don't want to injure anything, right? So it should always be comfortable when you're playing with the shoulders. Or the rotator cuffs especially. Okay, so stretch that out. You can even come a little bit forward if you want to, and up. If you're coming forward, notice my back is straight. Okay, I am not flexing my spine. Okay, let's do one more set, guys. So come up, pull. Let's leave that with a stretch before we come up. Remember, if you cannot sit like this, you can bring up those knees a little bit if you need to, so that you have more mobility in the hips. Always remember that when you're in this position, you're on your sits bones, right? If your sits bones are kind of forward and you're on the behind the sits bones, you don't have much mobility, okay? So you want to make sure that you're up on that bony part, and if you have to, you bend those knees, okay? In the meantime, you can take your band off to do some reverse flies. Yep, you can sit, you can stand, you can do whatever you like. I do have a bit of a headache still, so you're going to find me sitting a lot today. Okay, so simple reverse fly. That's what it's called. That's all it is. You're really focusing on the back of those shoulder blades, not the neck muscles engaging, okay? You're always in a slight tuck so that your chin is not forward. So you're in a nice, natural, straight position. Okay, I like to do these sitting sometimes too because, again, I really want everybody to be able to sit down on the ground and fool around and play and reach and do things, okay? Very functional as we age and we have little ones running around again. Pull and back. Pull and back. Sitting on a chair, that's a different thing. That's kind of like, yeah, that's laziness. Watch that spine is not extending, right? You're not popping your chest up as you do it. And remember, like, so Carol, for example, if it's really activating the neck, there is nothing wrong with doing it with no weight at all, thumbs up, or you could even go a little lower if you have to, okay? Just to leave that neck area alone a bit. You got to get the back of those shoulders strong because those are part of your posture. Okay, so take a little rest. If your shoulder blades aren't going, you might need to protract, retract, protract, retract, protract. Warm them up. Get a tennis ball in there and work along the edge, the spine of the shoulder blade, and never on the bone, just outside of it, towards the spine. Okay, let's do it again, guys. Okay, what are the muscles of your back doing? What's activating? Hopefully your rhomboids, which are right under your lower traps. Okay. Hopefully your mid to lower traps. Definitely the back of your shoulders. And your lats might even be turning on a tiny, tiny bit. Okay, give that a rest. Oh, time flies. I don't want to start like classes at like 10:10, 10:15, but I seem to be always going overtime. Rest. We're going to try that one more time. We're going to see if we have time to throw 2 more sets of those other in there. Core today, if you're joining, we're going to be working a lot on the neck muscles, and I'll explain a little bit more there why. But I find that a lot of you in classes, I'm trying to work more on the stuff that I've seen in classes instead of sticking to going away from the whole spray lake stuff that I've been doing, because it's a more intimate group. So I want to work more, especially like Jackie for your stenosis. I want to work more on the neck muscles, because when a lot of you get up, you're still getting up in maybe not the best way possible, but you're doing it anyway. So let's fix the neck muscles so you can do that. Plus, a lot of you take the core class, and I know you're taxing your neck muscles in there. So when you go back, I want you to have an even stronger neck. Okay, let's do the last set of these. So there's a little bit of back and neck focus in the core today too. So see what I'm saying. And then move it or lose it. I'm actually going to redo Tuesday's class for you. You're going to watch that one, because I need to catch up on my golf videos. So you'll see me live. You can just ignore it unless you want to come and join me with them. I'm going to post them because I'm behind. And that first video turned itself off totally. See if you can go a little longer. Get it, get it, get it. I'm not sure if that was 10, but my muscles say I'm done. Okay, let's hop up. Come up to the top. Okay, you're pulling towards the face, your face pulls. So get that rotation. I'm feeling the back of those shoulders. Shimmy down. Find your quadruped, neck in a nice safe position. Pull through. Extend fully if you can. Pull through. You are always engaged as far as your core goes when you're in this quadruped on all fours movement, please. When you hit that 10, switch sides. Whew, take one more set in us, guys. The upper area for me is pretty much toast today. Okay. Come up, get that face pull. This side. It's been my problem side. It's yelling at me, but I like it. Let's finish off those lats, guys. Whew. Find that neutral. Oh. Switch when you're ready. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to give you a quick stretch that you can hold on to while I flip to core. Okay, so you can lay and stay in this as long as you want to if you're not joining me for core. But you're going to go for child's pose. Okay, arms out. You're going to hold that one for a while. Then you're going to go arm over and get that one for a while. So you're going to feel the upper part of the shoulder here a little tiny bit into the shoulder blade. When you come across, you're going to feel your lat more. Okay? So I want you to stretch both sides a tiny, tiny bit. Little sweat going. And hopefully you'll join me for core to do a little bit of neck and lifting up type work. Okay? See you guys in a few minutes.